across midfield and inside the 45. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
I'm about to put in the group. In Swag League.
Now they try the right side here. Leaping over him. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at... the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
What's up?
Now a handoff looking right. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short.
Oh, L2 triangle. You just it's like a little animation.
It brings up fourth down.
L2 triangle. It's gonna put you like in the fire now.
He'll kick it away for the second
No,
time.
no. When you catch that's the aggressive catch animation thing. That's what it do. Put you in a fast animation.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards.
See, with these young guys, I gotta mix it up. I gotta mix it up, all type of shit. You see, he got hella X factors out there. I got number young, young players and shit. The only thing about these young niggas, they got some good attributes on them.
And he finds Penny. And he works it across the 25.
Like Quentin Bell, they left. Like Quentin Bell was a left end, and I had got Jerry Green. Both of them like 6'5" and 85 speed, 88 speed. I put them at linebacker.
Wilson defers to Penny.
Good shit, Hudson.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all got some heat out there in AFC. I was tripping. They kind of mixed it up. They got some heat out there in AFC. They got skills, Vito.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They kind of mixed it up. Dino, the dude Dino, say Dino is nice.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Let's go.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Good shit, Connolly.
Picked off near the 42. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Parker unable to get that one.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Well, you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 6. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Good defense.
Now they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Here's the
So he need to score now.
Get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. Well, no, but well, let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I'll go special. I'll go special. 66. Pull up for signal. Front left. Mike 15. Time to go. Night. We're going to go Mike 15, guys. Mike 15, all right? I'm coming after you.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson.
Quinn Bell.
And Wilson's going to go down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
See how big that nigga nigga is coming out there.
They're going for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson.
Good D.
It is incomplete.
Come on, Gladney, you gotta pick that shit off.
To go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Come on, EA team.
On the toss.
Oh yeah, EA team. Oh, jig. Beautiful.
For a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is...
Sam Bill.
Intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 17. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Recon, 132 fighter. 2.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs flattens out. Let's go make some plays.
First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Safarian Jenkins has it. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds
Who the
to go.
fuck checking Safarian Jenkins? I'm trying to figure that out. Who is that?
Here's another 1st and 10.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. There it comes.
Cause he getting cooked. Whoever that is.
Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, tight end. Cut. Mike, 55. Zoom.
Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Right, fellas, right. Let's go. Hey, Mike's.
Now it's Wilson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
What that nigga took off.
And he's into the clear. The 30.
Yeah, got him a touchdown.
10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys.
What's up?
Be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it
that was
in the
early.
second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the big play.
Oh, no, I was actually who broadcast or whatever.
1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, but I broadcast it for him. I wasn't tripping.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Ooh, Mauston, touchdown.
At the 6-yard line. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
From the gun, Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Julian Love picks it. For this home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So that'll bump it back to a 1st and 15. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he finds Parker here, complete. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll make it second down. On second down, here's Penny. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
36 power. Right, fellas, right. Let's go. Hey, Mike's 15. Mike's 15. Good guys, 4 down. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Wilson now on 3rd and 2. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Gun. Clear. Mike 55.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you, son.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. He'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. Now with his 3rd touchdown and his first ever NFL game, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point safely through, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
380. Left pass. Watch the curl. Go. Joker.
After the penalty, it's Penny. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Hey, 0.
At the 29-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson going to throw deep for the end zone. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, watch it. He's great.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
4 down. We got motion. Back up. Watch 15.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Giants are going to get the football back. And that makes them now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
First down, Giants.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar
I was
situation.
going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Come on, D.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Give me some. Give me some. Good, guys. 4 down, 4 down. Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. All day, dog. Hey, check us. Friday.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. We're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now, a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That is caught at the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
Let's go, let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Go. Stay at home. 95.
Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Hey, 0. Got it. 55. Hey, eat.
Wilson throwing on 3rd and long. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now,
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Go, 60 Pittsburgh.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Giants,